I'm often asked about what documents a new business needs to get started. This is an important question, and the answer depends on your company's unique circumstances. Hi, I'm Neil Friedman. I'm a corporate and startup attorney who's represented hundreds of startups and entrepreneurs, and I'm going to tell you about the important documents that your startup business will need. While not required, a business plan can be important for your new company. A business plan outlines what your company does, what markets it serves, and where its products are sold. It also should include any forecast for financial performance over time, as well as any analyses on how much capital you'll need in order to execute your strategy and your roadmap. If a limited liability company or LLC is a right entity choice for you, you'll need to file articles of organization or certificate of formation with your state Secretary of State. If you are looking to incorporate, you'll file a certificate of incorporation with the Secretary of State's office in which you're operating. You will also need to get an EIN, or an employer identification number, which is like a social security number but for businesses. If you decide to form an LLC, you'll want to have an operating agreement, which is a document that outlines how key business decisions should be made, how a distribution of profits and losses should be made, and the rights and obligations of LLC members, as well as other important business of the LLC. If you've incorporated your business, you'll want the necessary resolutions appointing officers and directors, as well as the bylaws, which set the rules and regulations for your company's governance. In addition, if you have co-founders, you may want to consider adopting a shareholders agreement. This can help avoid future disputes between co-owners. If you're going to be doing business utilizing a different name from your legal company name, you'll want to file a DBA, or doing business as. If you're planning on hiring employees, then you'll want to have an employment agreement and an employee handbook in place. This contract sets the obligations and expectations of the company and the employee in order to minimize any future disputes. Not every hire requires an employment agreement, but the document can be useful if you want to dissuade certain new hires from leaving your company too soon, disclosing confidential information about your business, or going to work at a competitor. For independent contractors, you'll want to have an independent contractor agreement in place. And for any of these third parties, an NDA, or non-disclosure agreement, is your first line of defense in protecting confidential information that your business has, such as customer lists, financial records, software, ideas for a new pricing plan. And this agreement creates a confidential relationship between your business and any contractors, employees, and other business partners who might get a behind-the-scenes look at your operations. If you're leasing space, you'll want to have a commercial lease agreement in place. You should also adopt a terms of use and privacy policy for your website and/or mobile app. The terms of use explains what type of behavior is acceptable on your site or app. It should both inform users about prohibited conduct and prohibit certain types of activity by stating limitations on use, reproduction, modification, distribution, etc., and addressing intellectual property rights, such as copyrights. The privacy policy should explain what type of information is collected, how it will be used, and how it will be shared. If you have any questions about the foregoing, please comment and ask your question or shoot us an email. We're happy to answer. Thank you.